Guys, welcome back. So this is just graphing. I can say this graphing 101. In this case, we'll be looking at all the terms, the key terms related to graphing. We have what we call the x-axis. I'm going to show you that. Okay, I'll just go through them again here. Just let me just draw a graph here. Can you see? Don't mind this line. Oh, my line is so bad. Now from this we said the x-axis is the horizontal axis on a graph. In this case, this is the horizontal axis. Yes, so that means this is the x-axis, and it has from this point to this point. These are the positive x-axis, and from here down to this side, this is the negative x-axis. So also we have what we call y-axis, the vertical axis on the graph, and that's the dependent. It's depending on the x, it's depending on the horizontal. So in this case, this is the y-axis, and from here to here on this line, this is the positive y-axis, and from here to here is the negative y-axis. Also, we have what we call the origin, the point where the x and the y-axis meet. This place is called the origin. Let me use another color. This place is called the origin, and that place x and y are 0. That's 0, 0. You see that a lot. Next thing there we also look at is what we call quadrant. You can see that this is divided into like 4 places. The x and y axis go through them. That's what we call quadrant. So this is our first quadrant, this is our second quadrant, this is our third quadrant, and this is our fourth quadrant. So we have 4 quadrants here. And also what we call coordinates is where a point is on both on y and on x. That's what we call the coordinate. For example, let's call this place x1 and let's call this place y1. So when we're going to write it, the coordinate of this point on this coordinate or this graph is going to be, we're always going to write the x first. In this case is x1, then comma y1. So let's say this is 3 and this is 5. And this is 5. So when we're writing this, is going to be 3, 5. So that is about the coordinates. The next thing is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is where the line cuts through the y-axis. In this case, if you draw a line at this point here, that's what we call the y-intercept, because it cuts through the y-axis, and that's why it's called the y-intercept. Cuts through the y-axis at this point. Why? This is the x-intercept. It cuts through the x-axis, and just like it's been said, it's written as this point 0, b for the y-intercept. That means on x is 0 here and y is b. And for the x-intercept, it is a, 0. That means x is a and y is 0. That's what it means. Y is 0. And what we call the last thing is measure slope, is a measure of how steep a line is. That means this first line drawn now compared to this one, that's how steep the lines are different. So that's what we call a slope, and that is rise. Let's use this black color to show rise over run, or rise run. So that also, that's change in y. The y means delta y that you can see here simply means change in y all over change in x. So that's what we call slope. And these are the things you need to put in mind for you to be able to understand what we're talking about and when we start plotting graphs. So that's all for today. See you next class. Bye.